All right, guys, welcome back to the very next video. Inside this video, we're going to be talking all about copy and how to write good, compelling copy for our ads that specifically goes into the description, including the headlines as well. Now, I've been drilling this into your head that you need to be using Ads Library to find your angles, all right? So that's what we've been talking about in these last few videos. So we're once again going to be using Ads Library to find the specific copy that we should be using in our descriptions and in our headlines as well. So I don't want you necessarily to focus, we've been focusing on like these three here, and I don't know if these are all like really, like you notice how short this copy is. Now we could go with short copy. But we could also go with a little bit longer copy, and you're like, Craig, like what's better, short copy or long copy? Look, like if your offer is, and when we'll get into offers and essentially like what your specific offer should be using for long copy or short copy, but essentially like if your product is very straightforward, like, for example, it's massage once again, and you offer a neuromuscular massage, a sports massage, a sweetest massage, right? If you offer something very simple, you might just like in the copy you might explain what neuromuscular massage actually is, right? Or what a sports massage actually is. Same thing with, let's just say landscaping. If we do like, I don't know, if like we're cutting people's grass, we're, I don't know, trimming trees and bushes, and maybe we're doing some, putting in patios or something like that. There might be a little bit more explaining to do because, like there might be so many different varieties of landscaping, that we like the different types of services that we offer. Maybe it's pest control. Well, what type of pests? Is it ants? Is it roaches? Is it all the above? Is it weeds? We might have to like elaborate a little bit more on some ads that, we like massage, in this example, we just more or less want to maybe break down what those services are and like what is a sports massage? What is a neuromuscular massage? Like what are the differences? So that copy can be a little bit shorter because there's less things to explain, right? Whereas landscaping, there might be a little bit more to explain, right? So I kind of want you to get in that thought process when you're kind of like putting this copy together. Definitely test short copy and long copy. But if you just are trying to, like if you're doing this for the first time, just go with long copy. And we're going to be using ChatGPT to write this all so you guys don't have to sit here for 10 years trying to figure out, what the perfect copy is and what you should write. It's not like we're going to get a pencil out with an eraser and start writing down on a notepad, and spend all day on this or all weekend on this, just trying to get some copy up. The whole point of these videos is just to, get some ads up, get them live, get them rocking, and then check the results. Okay, these didn't work. These did work. Okay, spend more on the ones that did work and shut off the ones that didn't work. Pretty straightforward when we run ads that way, right? And it's the fastest way that you guys can get ahead and move along with your business, because I'm sure that there's plenty of other things that you'd rather be doing than setting up your Facebook ads for the first time. Once again, you can train your employees to do this. You can do this. I don't know, your daughter or your son, your niece can do this. Like however you guys are running your business, the secretary can do this. You could hire a marketing team to do this. Have them watch these videos, and you should be pretty, on a pretty good path putting these together when it comes to your copy. So first and foremost, let's just read through some of the copy that we have here. Now remember, if we are, which we should be doing, is we based our images that we did right here, we base these on different angles, okay? So go find the angles that you built out, right? So if you're doing I guess we're doing landscaping here. So if we're doing landscaping, this is like our catch-all ad. If we're trying to make a catch-all ad, like this one, for example, we're talking about property maintenance, lawn care, landscaping design, installation, walkways, patios, like all these different things, right? Well, we want that ad. We want this specific ad to have copy that talks about all these three different things, okay? All three of these, or, again, like it doesn't match because this is like a demo. Like I'm just putting this together just for example purposes, but this one's talking about fertilizer, weed control, and lawn mowing, right? So what we can do here, and again, like as long as, like we want this, whatever this is, we want that to match like whatever our copy is, right? So make sure they match. They have to match perfectly, okay? So I'm going to show you a couple tips and tricks with ChatGPT. The first one I want to show you is, first and foremost, we do not want to ever copy somebody's text and just like use it as our own. We want to like write our own stuff, guys, okay? Or something very similar. So what you could do, or the first way of doing this is if you find some copy that you like, you could copy it, but not actually drop it in your ad. Instead, we want to drop it in ChatGPT and rewrite it a little bit, mix it up a little bit. So how do we want to start this? We could just say, for example, and you can do this. Look, I'm not Mr. Expert ChatGPT. This is just how I do it for my ads, and it works exceptionally well. My last ad got, I think, 6% click-through rate, a 6% CTR, and we'll talk later about that, but that's exceptionally well. That's exceptionally well doing it just by showing you this exact method that we're about to do. So how are we going to start this? I usually just start out by, I am a landscaper. I'm a landscaper, and I need to create some high Facebook ads. And then we could just say, I found this copy and like it. And then you could just say something like, I found this copy and like it. And then I usually just put in quotes, like there's the copy. Give me three similar pieces of copy that are high converting, right? That are high converting. So there you go. So I put in, I'm a landscaper. I need you to create some high converting Facebook ads. I found this copy that I like, and I just copied whatever was in that ad that was been working well. Give me 3 similar pieces of copy that are high converting. So these are short, right? So here are 3 variations of the high converting copy, right? So I'll just read these out real quick for you. So transform your outdoors with Eden. I mean, you put in your business, but Eden Land Care. We're a full-service landscaping company handling everything from meticulous lawn care and property maintenance to custom landscaping, design, patios, walkways, and more. Your dream yard is just a call away. I like it. So, we could pick one of these that we like, right? And we could essentially run that in our ad. So what I'm going to do now is, let's just say I like this one, okay? So I'm just going to grab that. I'm going to copy it. And what I want you to do, guys, is grab a Google Doc or whatever notepad or whatever you guys use for notes. And we're just going to write variation 1. Variation 1, all right? And we're just going to drop that in, okay? And underneath variation 1, actually, let's put it above. I usually do headline 1, okay? And then we'll find a headline. So transform your outdoors. So like instead of this, with my business name, we're a full service. So this is like short copy. This is very, very short copy, okay? And we'll get to some other stuff in just a second. So headline now we need. So, and we could grab, all of these if we want. We could make them longer. I mean, for example, like I could say, I like this one. Now make it much longer for a high converting Facebook ad description, right? So now it's going to expand it. So here we go. It's putting in emojis automatically. Dun, 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 dun. And, usually ChatGPT puts in like 5 billion emojis. We don't want 5 billion emojis. That's too many. Instead of 5 billion, we want 4 billion. No, we don't want that many. So, you could add them in, but just use emojis wisely. Use them where they make sense. See, there's only 2 in here. There's 3 actually, but I would only use a couple. Don't fill this thing up. It looks so spammy. It looks so spammy and like a kindergarten put it together. Just use like 1 to 3, right? So, here we go. Imagine coming home to a yard that's beautiful, maintained, designed to your taste, and completely stress-free. At Eden Lawn Care, we believe that every outdoor space should be a personal sanctuary. This is beautiful, right? This is perfect. This is good, compelling copy. Why is that? We're putting the thing about copy, guys, and like I am not expert level copywriter guy that just goes bananas on copy, but I have copy that does exceptionally well with my ads because I test it. And I'll run this, and if that works, great. If it doesn't, I'm going to try something else. And I'm always comparing. We'll talk more about this in our. This is more advanced video, but it's essentially how we optimize our ads, right? And how we can find the winners and shut off the losers, right? But I don't spend all day on this, and I generally hand write my copy just because I've been doing it so long. I'll still run it through ChatGPT because I like to see different variations and like, hey, could it be made better? But this is like right out of the box. Like if you've never written an ad in your life, right out of the box, so far, this is looking pretty good. I haven't read all of it, but what this is, I mean, imagine coming home. What is this? What is going on here? Imagine coming home to a yard that's beautifully maintained, designed to your taste, and completely stress-free. At mybusiness.com or my business, we believe that every outdoor space should be a personal sanctuary reflecting both style and tranquility. Like that is painting a picture in a person's mind. When it comes to copy, there is, you could tell stories. You could paint a picture in someone's mind, kind of like this copy is doing. But that's what you want to do. You want to, like, there's so much more to it than just like throwing out a bunch of bullet points and saying, we are a landscaper. We cut grass. We fertilize your grass. We kill weeds. We do hardscaping and landscaping. And like you don't want to do it that way. You don't want to do it that way. It would be much, much better to paint a picture in someone's mind. Imagine coming home to a yard that's beautifully maintained, designed to your, we want that instead. And the reason for that is because if we're just listing features, and we talk later about this while we're creating your opt-in page and your landing page, but we don't list features. We never, ever list features. Like, and a feature is, once again, it's, if you buy like a ballpoint pen and like you see on the package, it says like, it's a ballpoint pen. It's 0.5 millimeters. It has the best ink in the world. It's blue. We're not listing features. We're not saying, we do pest control. We do hardscaping. We do landscaping. We cut your grass. We don't list things like that. We can list, we can do that down further in the copy, maybe like in here. But we're not necessarily listing features. We want to list benefits. Benefits all the way to, as far as you can take that. Benefits always sell better than listing features. So what's the difference between, what are the differences between benefits and features? Well, a feature, once again, is, something like, we will kill your weeds. Like we kill weeds, we fertilize your lawn, we like all the things that I just said. A benefit would be, never again see weeds in your yard, or never again have brown patches in your yard. Are you tired of coming home to a dead lawn and it's brown and awful and sad and your neighbors are disgusted with you and they want to throw you out of the township? Something like that. You could push pain a little bit too. Like you could say, are your neighbors sick and tired of seeing your dead lawn? Or are your neighbors tired of your grass being 10 feet tall when they have a perfect yard? Like we can elaborate a little bit on it so that we can just paint little mini pictures or images into a person's mind that's actually reading this so that they can visualize what your service is going to do if they take you up on your offer, right? So those are the kind of like the difference between benefits and features. So now that we have that squared away, we could use, I like this copy. So let's actually copy this and put it into our notepad here. And I think I'm going to paste over that. Yeah, it's better. I like how much better this is, right? Now, again, we could put in, let's just add some benefits here. We could say something like, again, like the things that I listed. No more dead. Elaborate. I mean, we could run this through ChatGPT again. Like here, watch. Actually, I'm going to do this. So give me 10 benefit bullets for my services. Here we go. So these are benefits. I just can't think because I'm shooting videos and doing this at the same time. Enhanced curb appeal, stress-free maintenance, customized. So like this paints a picture, right? Make a lasting impression with a beautiful designed and maintained yard that boosts your property's aesthetic and value. I mean, that's a benefit. That ain't a feature, right? So stress-free maintenance, right? So enjoy a pristine lawn garden without a hassle. Our team takes care of everything, mowing. So like these are really great, and we could add these in. You know, like me, I'm again like recording a video here, trying to think on the fly for you guys. I don't own a landscaping business, so I'm like, I don't know. So I just go to ChatGPT, and then here we go. Eco-friendly, even year-round appeal. So what we could do is we could just grab a couple of these, right? So I like the stress-free maintenance, the enhanced curb appeal. So like, let's grab a couple of these and let's just drop it in. So stress-free maintenance, customized landscape designs, increase property value. How about that? People like increased property value. So we could just put in another bullet here, increase property value. Year-round appeal, eco, personalized service. We work closely with you to understand your goals, preferences, and ensuring. So it's like customized to you. And like I might even dress that up a little bit now that kind of like my creative side, I'm thinking a little bit now. So we could say like, it says personalized, you do personalized service or customized to you. Customized service, personalized service. I don't know, personalized is pretty good. Save time and effort. Now, bullets, don't go too crazy with these. Usually I list out 3, maybe 4. Don't do 10. Okay. So what do we have here? Imagine coming home to a yard. We already read that. As a full service landscaping company, we handle everything from meticulous lawn care and property maintenance to custom landscaping designs and hardscaping installations like patios, walkways, and more. All right. So kind of like a catch-all: patios, walkways, and more. So like we're talking about a couple different things here. Landscaping design. We're talking about hardscaping installations like patio. So this is kind of like our catch-all ad. Remember, we're kind of matching it up a little bit with our catch-all ad. Now, obviously, you know, this is a demo, so you know, make sure yours matches. This one's talking about fertilizer, weed control, and lawn mowing. So it's different than what we have here, right? But you know, match it up. No project is too big or too small. We pride ourselves on attention to detail. I like it. That looks good. Plus, with our ongoing maintenance services, your outdoor space can stay beautiful and healthy all year long. And then, you know, there you go. You got your 3 listed there, 3 nice bullet points kind of towards the bottom. And then ready to experience the difference that professional landscaping can make. Your dream is call away. I like it. Probably get rid of maybe some emojis. Call us today. So the last thing that we kind of need to add in here, I'm not going to do this like call emoji. So this is based on essentially what your, you know, again, like we're going to talk about this inside of like the landing page video, which is coming up. This is where like, you know, when somebody clicks on your ad, then they go to a page, and on that page, it depends, you know, what your business is. And, you know, if we're running like the coupon igniter style where we're just offering like discounts on things and we're just trying to get the email, this is going to be a little bit different. This would be like, hey, you know, for example, if it's this BOGO coupon right here, we just wanted to tell them, hey, like, you know, just, you know, like click on this page and then opt in for your free BOGO coupon. So we would just put in here like, hey, click the link now to claim your free coupon, right? That's all that would say. This is a call to action. It's called a CTA. So we want to make sure that we are, you know, essentially calling that person out and saying, hey, this is what you do next. This is like, you've read all this or you skimmed through this. Like, this is like, don't miss out on this offer. Do not miss out on this offer. Take us up on this offer and hop on, you know, click on the link or click on the image ad and hop on to the next page to take this action. So for this, if it's a landscaping company, you know, we're going to be having them fill out a survey, right? So like, do you rent or own? You know, we're going to ask them like all these questions, right? Like, what kind of landscaping do you need? Do you need hardscaping? Is this commercial? Is this residential? Do you just need somebody to cut your grass once a week? Like, is that what this? So whatever essentially whatever angle we're going for. Remember, whatever angle that we're going for in this ad, this is kind of like a catch-all ad. That's what we want our call to action to be, right? So contact us today for a free consultation, and let's start creating a space that you'll love. And I like this, right? So this is a free consultation. So that's what we're pushing here is the free consultation. Now, free consultations, you could go with this. They're kind of boring though. Like, it's not like, it doesn't excite me. It doesn't like, oh yeah, I got to hop on a call with this guy right away. Like, I got to get my free consultation. Like, it doesn't like hit hard enough. Contact us today for a free consultation. Let's start creating a space you'll love. I mean, it's not bad, but I like to like try to dress this up instead of like free consultation. Like, have, instead of consultation, like contact, like, let's see if we can write something. So let's just see here. I like this personalized thing. Again, like we could run this through ChatGPT if you want, but have I can't type, professional visit your home today. Let a professional visit your home today. Let's start creating a space you'll love. So, like, we could do something like that where it's not like we're just begging for like them to sign up on something. Again, we're just trying to get the click. Like, that's all that this is doing. They're flying through Facebook. They're looking at the pictures of cats and grandmas once again doing a backflip, this time instead of a pool into a hot tub. It's amazing. And people are, they're all over the place. This is social media, right? We're interrupting them. We're interrupting them for a second. That's exactly what type of advertising Facebook ads is. It's interruptive marketing. We're interrupting somebody. We have a couple seconds, if that. They're going to see your image first. They're then going to take that, if the image captures, if this image captures their attention, they're like, oh, lawn care, like, yeah, like I'm tired of cutting my stupid grass. Like, it always grows, it grows. I need somebody to cut that thing twice a week because I live, I don't know, in Florida or something, and it's just crazy out there, and my grass is all wild, and neighbors are yelling at me, and the HOAs are sending me notices and stuff. I need that. Like, that's me. So what are they going to do next? They're going to see the image. They're going to say, lawn care, make your neighbors green with envy. Yep, that's me. I need that. The next thing they're doing is they're going to read probably this first line. The rest they're going to skim through. They're probably going to read maybe a bullet or two, and then they're going to come down to the bottom here, and they're going to see, have a professional visit your home today. Let's creating a space you'll love. Yeah, that's exactly what I want. It doesn't say book a call with us. It doesn't say, I don't know, like get a free consultation. Like, that's so boring. That's what everyone does. You might be able to find some good ideas, once again, inside of the Facebook ads library. This guy, very clearly, free consultation. I bet there's a lot of free consultation guys. I bet most of these are free consultation. And it's just this is kind of like the one time where you could be a little bit more unique. See if you can find inside of these ads here, like what other people are kind of running. Free estimate, boring. I mean, it's not the end of the world. Like, look, does this work? Yes, it's a free estimate. That's fine. But you could be a little bit more unique. Have a professional visit your home today. Let's start creating a space you love. It's just more personalized sounding, right? We just want to get that click. So once again, we could go with something like that. Okay, enough said. That is pretty much how you write the first piece of copy, okay? We still need a headline now. So now I need 10 headlines that are, and I usually put in very, very short. I don't know, there's probably a better way you could say that, but I say very, very, so that it, very, very short. Now I need 10 headlines that are very, very short and high converting. Like, you don't have to spend 50 years on trying to figure out what your perfect ChatGPT prompts are. These are great. Go with them. Transform your yard today. Your dream landscaping awaits. Love your lawn again. Like, perfect. Go with that. I like that one. Expert landscaping made easy year round. Again, I like this. I mean, and I'll show you the difference here. I'm going to put that in. Love your lawn again. I really like that. Okay. But keep in mind that, again, we have data in front of us. So, like this guy, landscaping, patio, garden, home. Or maybe, like this is once again like kind of like that catch-all ad that we've been talking about, right? But I want you to go through this and actually read the headline. It's weird that the headlines are on the bottom. I don't know why they do that, but brand new rental. So it's rental homes. These are contact us, learn more. Real results, real growth. Actually, that one isn't bad. Real results, real growth. Okay, so maybe we want to use something similar to that. So, maybe we use that for like headline number 2, right? So I'm just going to copy this, and we could bold this if we want. And what I want to end up here with, guys, is I want 3 of these. I want 3 headlines and 3 variations. It's a good place to be, because then, and I'll elaborate more on this inside of the actual ads. We have the ads training videos that are coming up, but just like our angles, we're looking at variations or angles for our copy as well. So let's do another variation here. Okay. So it's kind of cool because with Chat GPT here, we could come up here. Where were we? So why don't I'll just show you. So now I need another variation. I can't type when I talk. Now I need another variation of a Facebook ad that is high converting. I don't even have to put all that in because there's memory, right? So like it remembers everything like that you already typed in. So I need another Facebook ad that's high converting. Give me 3 more that are long. Oh, I'm not even going to say that because it might just pick up. Give me 3 more. Okay, so it did do short. I was hoping they would do long, but we could throw a short one in, right? Upgrade your yard with, my business name. Imagine a lawn that's always lush, walkways welcome, and gardens that bloom beautifully all year. Like kind of like a catch-all ad. So we could use this as maybe we want to throw a short one in, right? Maybe we want to throw a short one in. So here's a long copy. Now let's put in. We want to test a short copy, right? So, like not that. It's my landscape. No, I don't know why I'm doing it this. Just my business. There, good enough. You guys get it. Imagine that's fantastic. Now instead of book a call, we could even grab this copy up here and just reuse this copy, right? Have a professional visit your home, and then you could even say like click the link below to get started, and then just your link. All right, so there you go. That's variation 2. And I want we could do like a longer one. So now give me 1 more that's longer and talks about what do we do? Driveways. How about pest control or like weed control? How about weed control? All right. Now give me one that's longer and it talks about weed control. There it goes. So this one's all about weed control, or we could have it all about just cutting grass, or we could have it about massage, or we could just, like whatever, like if you're doing massage, you could do it like just tell me all about, give me an ad about neuromuscular massage and we could just go with that angle. Or we could talk about sports massage and just go with that angle. And what's cool about some of these, like, again, we talk about this further in our ads video, but if we have an ad, let's just, massage is a great example. If we have an ad that is talking about sports massage, well, yeah, sure, we could target an audience that is just interested in massage in general, or we could target people at certain ages that, I don't like whatever age that may be, but your industry better than me, but these would be people that are also into sports, right? They need a sports massage because they're into sports. Like for example, if they are golfers, right? Like they just played 18 holes and they're beat up from the course and they've been on the course for like 3 hours or something like that, and they need a massage afterwards because they're tired of playing golf all day, right? They want a massage. Well, guess what? a sports massage might be a good massage for, somebody that's just done playing golf, right? Or, maybe I don't know, like they're in the Olympics, or maybe they're the Olympics. You get what I'm saying. You can target people based on the specific need, or the very specific need that they want, right? So once again, if they're playing golf, they might want a sports massage. So we can target golfers that also are interested in massages. And then we can use copy that just talks about golfers and sports massage and why golfers should get sports massages. And then we just target golf and massage. It's like we're lining the ad up with the actual audience. And again, we talk way more about this inside of the actual ads videos. But when you're writing your copy, just think about that for a second. Like, that's why we are basically talking very specific about, like, let's just say a very specific topic. So when you're writing this copy, right, like this is the catch-all ad. It's kind of like just everything, right, for our landscaping business. This one is let's see, this one also kind of is like a catch-all ad. So instead we, what do we do up here? We talked about weeds, right? So weeds can take over your yard quickly, make it look, making it look upkept, and stealing virtual nutrients from your, okay, I see what they're saying, and virtual nutrients from your plants and grass. At my business, we don't just mow and maintain, we offer professional weed control to keep your lawn healthy and pristine all year round, right? So now we're just talking about weeds, right? So this is, again, one of our angles, right? So we can use this, and maybe we want to use this for variation number 3, right? Maybe you want to use this for variation number 3. 2 is still kind of, it's a shorter one, right? But it's a catch-all for shorter. This one is, I'll just copy this to save us some time here. So we need a different headline there. And this one is about weeds. So now we want a weed headline. So weed headline. So now give me a matching headline that's very, very short. There we go. Nope, I've hit the limit. They want money. They want money, guys, but at least we got our headline out of it. So there we go. And that's headline number 3. Weed-free, worry-free lawn care. There you go. And obviously we could punch in like, give me 10 of them, and then we just pick like one of the best, right? Instead of consultation call, we could just use the same thing here. That is totally fine. Usually I use the similar call to action or the same call to action. You could switch it up in your testing if you want, but generally speaking, I use the exact same once I find something that I like. So there you go. You have variation 1, which is a little bit long form copy with 3 bullet points in it. And this is kind of like, a catch-all. It has property maintenance. It talks about custom landscape design. It talks about hardscaping, patios, walkways. It talks about all these different things that if you're interested in landscaping, you might be interested in some of these things, okay? This is a short version. So variation 2 is short. It's still a catch-all, but it's nice and short. Lawn care, landscaping design, patios, walkways. And the reason why we're doing this is because we saw this inside of the Facebook ads library. A lot of these ads were talking about like multiple things going on. This one didn't. This one's just more like, about driveways or patios or what have you, right? So that's like a very specific ad. And I want you to just, the whole point of the last video and this video is to get you thinking in a way like we don't just go on Fiverr. And I need to say this. You don't just go on Fiverr or find some magical artist out there on the internet and say, make me 3 Facebook ads and write me 3 pieces of copy. You just do not do that. The copy might turn out good because they're actually, if it's a good copywriter, they know what you're trying to do. But as far as the graphics designer, unless they have been like running their own ads, they're just trying to make it pretty. That's all you're doing. When you buy like when you buy one of these services like on Fiverr or something, like, hey, make me 3 Facebook ads. They're just going to whip you up 3 really pretty ads, but there's no research based on it. There's nothing to back it up. That's why we use the Facebook ads library. That's why I'm putting so much emphasis into saying this is how you do it. This is how you do it. Like, ask any media buyer that has ever spent a dime on Facebook ads or any ads for that matter. And they're going to tell you, they're all going to tell you the same thing. We're going to go research the living crap out of your business. And what they're doing when they say research is they're going to the Facebook ads library. They're going to SpyFu. They're scouring Google for different ideas, and they're just essentially trying to find what ads have been working for other people that have been spending, say, millions of dollars, possibly per month, on ads that have been running nonstop for months and months and years on end. That is how you create your ads, and not just your ads like your images, but also writing the copy. You can handwrite this if you think you're up to it. I usually handwrite mine. I spend some time with it, and then I run it through ChatGPT to see if there's anything better. But me personally, I usually handwrite my stuff. But ChatGPT, if you don't know what you're doing, this will compete with copywriters out there. I don't know how you're going to get much better. You might see 1 or 2% better maybe on your click-through rate, maybe, but this is pretty good. Once again, the objective here is just get these things up and going. Get them up and going. So it would be much easier just to test 3 of these pieces of copy here with your ads, find the winner, and shut the other 2 off. It would just be so much faster to do that than monkey around with it and spend all weekend trying to write the absolute perfect, beautiful piece of copy that we don't even know if it works. Once again, we find out from the ads library if people are having success with it. We probably should go with something like that. And the real telltale, like the tell way of 100%, like I know exactly that this ad is the winner, is to actually run the ad spend on them. That's the only way you're going to find out. So hope this video wasn't too painful, probably a little bit shorter, but still a long one. This is how you write your copy, guys. And, save this in a Google Doc or put it in a notepad or whatever you have to do. Save this for when we get into the Facebook ads video. I usually start with the ads, the angle first, like researching everything, and then actually creating the images and then writing the copy. Most of the time, I usually create these first because then everything else is easier. Like when we create in the upcoming videos, when you create your landing page or your specific offer, whether that's like a coupon offer or you're trying to get somebody on a call or booked on your calendar, something like that, you have these angles already. Everything's already researched. So the landing page goes together really, really fast because all we have to do is just match the ads. We need to match the ads to the landing page. It's extremely important. They have to be relevant. If somebody clicks on an ad and it's saying free cheese pizza and they go to your landing page and it's free hamburgers, everyone's going to leave because they thought they were getting free cheese pizza and now they're getting hamburgers and they don't want hamburgers, they want free cheese pizza. So they have to be, the ad has to be identical to what is on the page after the person clicks on the ad. Okay? Once again, hope this made sense, and we'll see you inside of the next video.